Samsung finally changed the Z Fold lineup. From first generation of Galaxy Fold to the current generation of foldable phone, Galaxy Z Fold 5. They're changing the taller design in the Galaxy Z Fold 6. We have the first look of Galaxy Z Fold 6 and even the prototypes of Galaxy Z Fold 6. Last week, we saw the first ever look of Galaxy Z Fold 6. This is officially revealed by a couple of sources, where we saw a much wider cover display and a much thinner design compared to the Galaxy Z Fold 5. And the camera housing on the Z Fold 6 is also changed. Now, there are a couple of things you need to know. First, the outer display is way wider than the Z Fold 5, so if they change the outer display on the Z Fold 6, the inner display will also change by big margins, and that is a little bit concerning thing for the one who love inner display size of Galaxy Z Fold 5. With that in line, Z Fold 6 will be lighter foldable phone compared to the Z Fold 5. And yes, I just wonder, will they make the inner display portrait like a Z Fold 5 or like a Pixel 4 landscape? By having a portrait inner display like a Z Fold 5, you can run almost any app on the Z Fold 5. But for landscape, every app has to optimize for a phone, which is not possible at the time of the launch. Although we are getting a thinner design on the Z Fold 6, I have some interesting things to share with you about the battery life and the cameras of Galaxy Z Fold 6. But before talking about that, a subscribe to the channel will be amazing. According to the previous sources, including Ice Universe, the cameras on the Z Fold 6 is something we are mostly concerned about. Yes, according to him, we are going to see the same cameras as last year. Despite changing the camera housing, we still get the same cameras for straight on 3 years. Starting from Galaxy Z Fold 4, then Fold 5, and here we have the Z Fold 6 with the exact same cameras. A 50 megapixel main shooter, a 12 megapixel ultra wide, and a 10 megapixel 3x telephoto sensor. Now there will be a change in the cameras from a previous generation, which is the new camera features on the Z Fold 6. We might see a 4K 60 FPS option while switching between different lenses, and a bunch of new AI features will also be added on the Z Fold 6, and will take better low-light shots compared to the Z Fold 5 due to the new AI processing. After getting some samples from S24 Ultra, Samsung changed the algorithm of how they process the image. That means now the images taken by Galaxy phone is more natural looking compared to over-sharpened or overexposed. That same processing might come with the Z Fold 6, which is a plus point over the previous foldable phones. One must say, S24 Ultra featured a titanium frame. Are we going to see a titanium on Z Fold 6? Well, one source predict we may see a titanium on the Z Fold 6, but for now, it is not confirmed. Although if they add the titanium, the weight of a phone will be reduced and the durability of a phone will be improved over Z Fold 5. Speaking of durability, some people think Samsung might change the hinge design on Z Fold 6, and yes, it is possible if they made Z Fold 6 thinner, but the idea will be same. As per Samsung internal source, Samsung will going to use the same flex hinge design which they used in the Z Fold 5. This means if they reduce the thickness of a phone, they will make some changes with the existing flex hinge and will make it more durable. Speaking of durability, I believe Samsung might use a Gorilla Glass armor on the outer display of Galaxy Z Fold 6, same as S24 Ultra, but for now it is not confirmed. If this happens, we might see anti-reflection coating on the outer display of Galaxy Z Fold 6. Battery size and a built-in S Pen both got different purpose to fill, but there is only one thing to stay, because if Samsung add a built-in S Pen, the battery size will be smaller than the previous generation, which is clearly a downgrade. Although one of the prototype comes with a built-in S Pen, but the Z Fold 6 will not feature a built-in S Pen. You have to buy a case to use the S Pen on Z Fold 6. Second, the battery size. From the past couple of Galaxy Folds, Samsung uses the exact same 4400 mAh battery, which is not enough since other foldable phones have bigger batteries. So with the Z Fold 6, Samsung is looking to increase the battery size, and chances are there, with the different design and bigger design, we may see a slightly bigger battery. But will there be a difference compared to the Z Fold 5? Maybe an extra hour, but not much, since the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 is not that much power efficient but gives similar battery numbers on the S24 Ultra compared to S23 Ultra Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. If you guys want to see a drop test of Galaxy S24 Ultra, then you should watch this video, and I hope you guys are subscribed. I'll see you next time. Till then, peace out.